Today on Schmoedown, we have an Innergeekdom Fatal 4-Way match as we head on the road on the closing stops to the Collision. And this is a pretty interesting Innergeekdom Fatal 4-Way because we've got new faces. We've got familiar faces. We have new faces in familiar predicaments. We have familiar faces in new predicaments. We have new faces in new predicaments. And we have familiar faces in familiar predicaments. So yeah, that pretty much covers everything, which is pretty much everything. So let's find out who's going to come out on top on this Innergeekdom Fatal 4-Way match today on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And welcome back. So yeah, as I kind of alluded in the jumbled up jambalaya of an intro that I just did, this really is a nice, interesting combination of new faces and familiar faces in the Innergeekdom. We have people that we've seen before but haven't played before in Schmoedown. We have familiar people that have played before but just not in Innergeekdom. We have people that we have seen before that have played in Innergeekdom, and we just have completely new people that we've never seen before. So this match is going to consist of Chandru, who is the brand new person that I'm not too familiar with. Keetin Marchi, who we have seen before. Ellison, who we have seen obviously in singles, but we have not seen in Innergeekdom. And we have the Hitman, Brandon Hanna. This is actually kind of cool because Brandon Hanna is been very active lately on the Facebook page, yet none of us knew that he was actually going to be playing in Schmoedown until the announcement was made on one of the pre-show credit scenes in one of the matches a few weeks back. So this came completely out of nowhere when it comes to JTH, and a lot of us were left completely in the dark. So it made for a nice surprise when we found out that Brandon Hanna was going to actually play. So yeah, Ben Fakeman is playing in Schmoedown. I'm actually kind of curious. I don't even know if Brandon would know or not, but I don't know if I actually created the Ben Fakeman line or not. I know I'm the one that has pretty much carried it from the moment that I started using it, but I don't actually know for sure if I actually created that line. It just fit because, as many people remember, Brandon was the one that came out as the Ben Bateman stunt double, flipping people off when Ben was going to play John Roca. And I guess I would have to go back and watch my reaction to that again. If I called him Ben Fakeman in the reaction, then I know for sure that I'm the one that created it. But I don't know if I actually was the one that made it, or if I saw somebody say it just one time and I ran with it like wildfire. But yeah, so Mr. Ben Fakeman, Mr. Hitman, Brandon Hanna is going to be in this match too, along with Ellison, Chandru, and Keetin Marchi. So as far as who I think is going to win, I'm very familiar with Chance's knowledge in the Innergeekdom stuff, as much as he knows in the general Schmoedown trivia stuff in general. He also has a very vast knowledge in the Innergeekdom stuff too, and it's actually kind of surprising that it's taken this long for him to actually get into the Innergeekdom. Chandru, obviously, I have no clue what to expect of his play. I don't even know if I've even seen him before until this particular match. I know that he's a fan, but I have never seen him before until this. And obviously, Keetin Marchi we have seen before. She's kind of been all over the place when it comes to level of play. She had the one match where she played very good. I'm trying to remember if she was in the one that Donica was in or in the one that Jared Habon was in. I believe she was in the one that Donica was in, if I remember correctly. She had a good showing, but unfortunately was not able to pick up the win. She then had a game against Rosie Knight, which she didn't have the best performance, but was able to pull out a victory. And then she had a match against Adam Halavic, I believe, where Adam completely took her to school, and just the score I don't think was even as close as the outcome. So I guess there's quite a bit of ways this can go. I'm gonna go in expecting Chance is probably gonna win, just because he's the one I'm most familiar with when it comes to the Innergeekdom knowledge. But a four-way match obviously makes this a lot more interesting. This can go a lot more ways, a lot more chances for steals. So it really can go either way. But if I had to put, a dollar on a favorite right now, I'd probably give it a chance. But if there's anything that Schmoedown has taught us with these four-ways, five-way matches, is that you really can't pick a winner just on paper. It really is going to come down to who gets what in round 2, what numbers get picked in round 3. So, yeah, I guess I've rambled on enough, gone nearly 5 minutes. So let's not waste any more time, and let's get into this match in 3, 2, and 1. Wonder what's going to happen here.
Ninka.
No! How did I know he was going to say that?
San Diego Comic-Con, you're going to see the Innergeekdom champion Rachel the Crusher.
That will be a good match. Here's to that good match. And here's to this good match. Shh. I just opened it.
Who will win?
We're 2 matches away from a championship belt. I'll make sure Kalinowski lives up to his name KO when I knock him out.
You got this new breed that's come on up here, and they're bringing their A game. But they're just beginning, and Kalinowski's going to be the one taking on Rachel and San Diego.
You're a bump in the road in my title.
Comic-Con, that's where the next defense is going to be. That's where we're going to be on the other side of that table, getting that belt back.
If he wants to lose for a 4th time to me, bring it.
Savage. What a savage. Oh, no. And what a shame. It looks like JTH has been replaced in the Schmoedown
Your
Live.
choice, your power, your call.
100%.
100%?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Hey, Keetin, what's up? How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you guys doing? Nice to see both of you. Have you
With a fake
made a
apple.
decision yet?
That's all.
We have, representing corruption in the manager bowl, we have decided to choose Stacey Howard.
Oh wow. Okay, Stacey Howard to represent.
You said there was some surprise.
No. That's great. I'm actually thrilled because I like Stacey. She's very level-headed.
Right.
If she wins, I'm perfectly fine with her. Being the boss, running things. That's great.
Oh, you think she'll be the one, the only one running?
Yeah.
the league? No. No. Oh. Well, you'd be working for us.
Mark that down too.
Put that in your
All right, Stacey Howard.
pad of paper.
Done and done. Hey, did you break into my car?
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. Breach of trust, but I don't.
Breach of trust, but at least she was honest. So that was trust with a breach of trust. That was interesting. Ding 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 ding. Hello, Mark. Hello, Danielle. That's right. I actually remember what her name was. Because I is smart. I am a smart man. Said no one.
Actress, comedian, host, and she is here today to call this match with me. Danielle, we have a 4-way. Have you ever been involved in such a thing?
A 4-way? Not that I can talk about on camera.
Well, this is going to be a very
Oh,
interesting 4-way because
no.
attempting a 4-way at home. It's always a risk when you have 2 rookies involved in said 4-way, and that is exactly what we have today. Let's talk about the competitors.
Must
that
been
we
a sex
know
joke.
of, because
I don't get it.
Brandon Hanna is going to be making his Innergeekdom debut,
Ben
as well as Chandru.
Fakeman.
Dondapani is going to be making his debut here. So what we have, Danielle, is we're looking at the rookie experience first and foremost. What does a rookie have?
It's going to be hard for me to not call Brandon Hanna Ben Fakeman. He came up with his own nickname, the Hitman. Brandon, you better come out to Bret Hart, or I will be extremely disappointed. Your initials are BH, like Bret Hart. You're the Hitman.
First of all, you just want to make sure
You gotta come out to Bret Hart, right?
You can be as great at
Please.
trivia when you go and hang out with your friends on trivia
Please.
nights. You can be great yelling back at the screen at Jeopardy. It is completely different when you get here and you get underneath these lights and your foundation starts melting. That's not talking about anyone in particular. That's never happened to me.
Words of wisdom from Danielle Raver. Don't let your makeup run and don't suck when you get under the white hot spotlight. Now,
Don't suck. Don't suck.
Keetin
don't
Marchi
suck.
has not sucked in the Innergeekdom. As a matter of fact, she is currently ranked in the top 10. She has a 1-2 record. She has a TKO to her credit. She was in a fatal 5-way last year, so I think that
What's the Donica match? Boom! I was right, even though I kind of second-guessed myself there for a second.
To her strength here.
Absolutely. And there's nothing Innergeekdom. So I believe this might be my first Innergeekdom match.
Oh, well, welcome to the crew.
Thank you.
That's right. She was.
Is it?
She did the Paul Yama match, the first match.
This is something you can get in the top 10 of. I tip my hat, I salute you, I tip my wig to you, because these questions are some not effing around questions.
Yeah, we were taking a look at some of the questions beforehand, and it's, again, if you're a rookie, whether you're on the desk or you're asking the question, the Innergeekdom can be a challenge. But let's go to the pregame interviews with the competitors. Take a look.
And now we know that in that fatal 4-way is going to be Chance.
Surprise, surprise! Look who's here.
What am I doing here?
Huh?
I'm bringing back Keetin, Marchi.
Hey, it's Keetin Magic Marchi, and I'm back! I'm so excited to be back. I can't wait to get back in there and compete.
So we've got Chandru.
What's up, Internet? I'm Chandru Dandapani, and I'm the Zeitgeist.
Brandon Hanna, the return of old Boss Baby.
Greetings, movie trivia Schmoedown fans. It's Brandon, the Hitman Hanna.
Bad fake man.
The Cobra took a bus, a train, and a plane to come ruin all of your
planes, trains, and automobiles.
We have Brandon, the Hitman Hanna. I love this kid. I've seen him. He's done great things behind the scenes, like get my coffee, get a muffin for RB3.
I've been working behind the scenes. I know this league better than anybody. I've been in here. I've been
they didn't show the gift.
I know what it's about, and I'm ready to get the win.
And then we got Chandru's coming in here.
Chandru?
Brandon Hanna? I'm sure he's just getting coffee for him and like carrying his briefcase. He's too busy to do all of this trivia knowledge studying, so I'm not too worried about him.
He's just a fan coming from the sidelines.
I have met him in the crowd, watching and wishing he was a part of it. Well,
like
Chandru,
me.
Your wish just turned to a nightmare because the Cobra is here to ruin all your dreams.
Oh, the magic marker? I'm not worried about her. She knows like Harry Potter and Disney. Disney's not even in Innergeekdom. Wait, what? Oh, Magic Marchi.
Keetin, Magic Marchi. She's a ball of energy.
You just gotta kind of go in there with a positive attitude, ready to play the game, and, have fun.
A nice little
Have
ball of sunshine, but there is no place in the Innergeekdom for that.
Dark and gloomy right here.
Listen, I respect her as a competitor. She clearly knows her stuff, but, I mean, she's just in the way. I'm gonna do what a hitman does. I'm gonna take her out.
To all
With a
of the
sharpshooter?
competitors, I've been a newbie before. I know it's intimidating. From my past matches, I've learned so much. I've competed against some of the biggest competitors and lost terribly, but at the same time been the underdog and won.
It's about spreading my dominance throughout the entire league and putting everyone everywhere on notice if they aren't already.
I'm here in the movie trivia Schmoedown because I want to show how geeky the modern culture is, and I'm coming for that thick belt.
Someday down the road, I will win one of those titles. Just wait and see.
I'm gonna take that belt. I'm gonna take this league by storm. I'm Brandon, the Hitman Hanna, and I'm coming for you.
And I approve that message.
For you. Boo. We're here.
I should just stand right in the middle of all of them. Because, I'm wearing the Superman, so Superman gotta be at the front.
When you look at somebody like a Brandon Hanna or like a Chandru Dandapani, they're going into this with a lot of confidence. Do you think that that's false hope, or do you think that they're trying to pump themselves up? Do they really believe in themselves?
Look, I think that that's exactly what you need. Fake it until you make it. You cannot show a sign of weakness here because your other competitors are going to start using that to needle you.
Well, I always show weakness, but it's the joke. So I guess I've failed at that very badly.
That we've come to expect from her. Danielle, I must ask you, because this is your first Innergeekdom match, are you ready to go?
I am ready.
Then it's time for the movie Trivia Schmoedown!
Yay!
It's like we practiced that. That was really good.
We did that. Look, and I said Schmoedown this time. Look,
you put the M in there. We're
learning
so proud of you.
Learning and growing. Learning and growing.
Introducing
Baby
first.
steps.
With a record of 0-0 making his Innergeekdom debut, please welcome Brandon, the Hitman, Hanna!
Brandon? What is this? Come on, you're the Hitman! Come on! Bret Hart! Come on, Bret Hart! Gotta have Bret Hart.
And his opponent, with a record of 0-0, also making his Innergeekdom debut, Chandru.
Everything is awesome. Living out a dream. Living out a dream. I do like the techno version in Lego Movie 2. Obviously, I like Lego Movie 2. You probably know that. I just sent the Patreon question. Have that. I wake up in the morning, wide awake, and I say, what a day, what a morning, and I say, everything is awesome. Everything cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. You're living out a dream.
Look at the confidence on Keetin. Keetin comes in strong.
Shaking hands, being very sporty. Everybody see the
I wish there was a baby for her to kiss. I feel like she would kiss that baby.
I'm a baby. Come on, give me kisses. I don't mean that. I'm no baby. Only when I lose, which I do. Ah! The booze! Not the booze! That booing was very sudden and loud.
Interesting here, Danielle, because Emma, after Chance's last win, said, oh, you're getting cocky, getting mouthy. We're going to throw you into the Innergeekdom and see how you fare, and we're about to witness that here today. So we have
nice audio fill-in. I almost didn't notice.
Like, I have more experience than all of
you
them
can't
combined.
fool me. I is a smart man.
Her mixed up with any of the other redheads in black that just came in.
It's a lot of black leather and red hair.
Look, I worry that one of them is going to
Well,
drop her and try
that's
to
good.
replace her
I don't
with
have any
herself.
black leather or red hair, so.
Level switch. Alex Marzone is paying close attention to everybody who is up at the desk. Competitors, this is a four-way qualifier in the Innergeekdom. I'll tell y'all how round number one.
But what are you qualifying for?
Hear questions from different corners of
We're
the
not qualifying to
galaxy.
make the
These
Indy
questions
500.
are 10 deep. Each question is worth 1 point. The question is asked to the field. So as soon as you hear the question, please write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you with the marker that
we got a
Danielle
fan,
brought to the studio.
and we got
Thank
a
you for the
fan,
markers,
Oh, you're very
and we
welcome.
got
I
a
just had to play
fan.
around. On my whiteboard.
I'll play along too. I'll represent a fan.
That's interesting. You will have about 15 seconds to write down your
Bunch
answer.
of
Once we
fans.
ask you
So
by
I've
name
met.
to reveal your answer, please
Obviously, I've
show
met
your
Chance.
vote
You
on
already.
the whiteboard to your
You already
camera
know
so you
that
can verbalize
through the
your
camera
answer
and
to
in
the
person.
microphone. Please try to
I've met
write
Brandon
as
Hanna
legibly
in person.
and as big
Met him
as
actually on
humanly
both occasions.
possible.
I went out to
Like I said,
LA.
these questions worth 1 point. The second one is
Chandru
missing a
have
question
not
in round
gotten a
number one.
chance
There
to
is no
meet,
stealing in round
and
number one. Each
Keetin did not have a
competitor
chance to
throughout
meet
the
either.
3-round
So
match has 3 usages
I'm sure
of
everybody's
the
nice
JTE
people.
rule. So if you need to buy yourself some time or you
I
didn't
got
hear the question
people.
correctly, ask us
And
for
they're all
JTE
nice.
rule. We will repeat it. You also each have
So
one
yeah, that
challenge
story
to
kind of
use
led to
throughout the
nothing.
duration of the match.
Oh well.
Chance Ellison, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Are you
Oh,
prepared
you don't
and ready
mean
to go
that.
here in your first Innergeekdom bout?
Let's get it.
I appreciate that he's going with the full Marvel labelless hat plus sunglasses. I almost didn't know it was you.
Incognito. Keetin, Marchi, are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, Chandru, this is your first time here. Are you feeling okay?
Whatever it takes.
And Brandon,
Whatever it
Hanna,
takes.
you ready to go, sir?
Whatever it takes.
Ready to comply.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Yay! You can't get ready to comply. That's Kevin Smith's job. That's
Winter
Winter Soldier. Already
All
failed.
right, question number 1. We are in the category of the MCU. In the MCU, which of Nick Fury's eyes is covered by a
Oh
patch?
crap.
That's kind of like a 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's gotta be the
you can
left.
Just write down any.
I believe the man has 2 eyes, so it's one or another. 5.
Not the third eye.
4.
It's gotta be the left.
2. 1. Pens down. Go to Chance.
His left.
It is in fact his
Yes.
left eye. Did Keetin have it?
No.
She had the right eye to Chandru. He did have left in Brandon.
Right.
Okay.
Because in the Avengers, in the stupid ass decision, I've elected to ignore it. They do the camera pan from the left side, which would make sense. If you got a character with an eye patch, you would usually pan his eye patch side.
Chase at the beginning of Attack of the Clones. The main primary color. It's maybe not is a primary color, but the primary color.
Red sounds too easy.
Yeah, if it was shoes and it was a colorway, then you would know that this is the main color.
You start talking about shoes and I do a countdown. 5, 4.
I'll just guess.
2. Oh, JT, rule for Chandru. What main color is the speeder that Anakin pilots during the Coruscant chase at the beginning of Attack of the Clones?
It's either blue or yellow. I don't think it's red. That seems too easy. Obviously, I have not seen Attack of the Clones that many times because
4,
why?
3.
I said yellow.
2, 1. Go to Keetin first.
Yellow.
It is in fact.
Oh! Yay!
He did have yellow.
Yay!
JT rule pays off. Brandon has yellow and Chance.
Yellow.
He's got yellow.
I'm 2 out of 2. Hot damn! Called the police and a fireman. Hot damn!
Question number 3 in the topic of Middle Earth. What alias does Frodo use at the Prancing Pony?
So much for my perfect round. As if anyone thought I'd get that.
Swamped by Innergeekdom enthusiasts.
Either those are furries.
4, 3, 2, 1. It'd be an interesting mixer. Pens down. Chandru.
Bag.
Bag.
That is incorrect.
I said American Pharaoh, the winner of the 2015 Triple
You
Crown.
can accept Underhill. Did Chance have Underhill?
Stan.
Stan.
Stan. Does Keetin have it?
Bill the pony?
Bill the little pony. Bill.
The only one to maintain a perfect round. So if Brandon can somehow get the next 7 questions right, he will get asked a bonus question. But we got a long way to go.
He missed one. He missed one.
Long way to go. He did miss a question. Never mind, Brandon. You will not get a bonus no matter what happens.
You're still a failure.
Your next question.
You're
this is in the world
failure.
of DC movies. DC movies. Who plays Detective Tom Lone, the love interest, in 2004's Catwoman?
Why?
My almost favorite movie.
I believe that's what Howie.
You don't mean that.
I believe so, yeah.
Doing my research correct?
Oh my God.
That's a deep into the library of DC. 5.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Rachel.
4,
You missed this one.
3.
That's how I know it.
2, 1. Pens down. Brandon, did you have it?
I have no idea. James Marsden.
It is not James Marsden.
Good guess.
Benjamin Bratt.
It is Benjamin Bratt.
Ah.
Did Keetin have it?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Would have been a better movie.
Fangborn himself, Benjamin Bratt.
Okay, so Chandru and
Sexy.
Well,
That's
2 out of 4 so
right
far.
there. That's how we know who does that.
Benjamin Bratt, he had a broken back, but still playing hoops in Doctor Strange. All right, we move on to the world of Marvel movies, and for that, we go back to you, Miss Radford.
Okay, number 5. Who played Ben Grimm, a.k.a. The Thing, in the 2005 and 2007 Fantastic Four films?
Reaching deep into the bargain bin with these last 2 questions.
I love it. I live in the bargain bin.
I feel like we're at a red box right now.
I am the bargain bin.
Good. 5, 4.
That would be the commish.
3.
Michael Chiklis.
1. Pens down.
Not.
Loved him on the Shield, Michael Chiklis.
It was Michael Chiklis.
And the Shield,
Michael
but
Chiklis.
Yes,
I
she
remember him
was.
from the
Michael
commish,
Chiklis.
the old
Chandru's
TV
got it.
show.
Brandon.
Michael Chiklis.
Points across the board.
Fantastic.
Not the Schmoedown commish, the real commish.
With a 1-point advantage over Brandon, who himself has a 1-point advantage over Keetin. As we move to your 6th question in round number 1, Harry Potter movies.
Lovely.
Harry
Can't wait to
Potter
get this
movies.
one wrong.
Have a couple Harry Potter fans here today.
What's that?
In the Harry Potter
I agree,
franchise,
Danielle.
what does it mean when a Remember-All turns red? What does it mean? Remember-All. Sounds like something you take for your bladder.
Or is that Demerol?
It sounds like something you take to counteract the effects of something else.
Remember?
5, 4, Like drinking a lot of soda. 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Keetin.
You've forgotten something.
That is correct. She did not forget that.
Forgotten something.
Oh, remember all.
I had no idea.
Oh.
Chance.
You've forgotten something.
He's got it. Chance got it.
Brandon did not remember all. Am I right?
Yeah,
I'm the worst.
So
I would have said I've forgotten something,
it's turning red.
but I forgot it.
Question number 7 in the world of Star
Can't even
Trek.
say that. Didn't even know.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture was released in what year?
You know, you can't get away with calling movies like something the motion picture anymore. It just doesn't. People don't buy it.
People don't buy it.
I would love to see them do
No,
that.
no.
I want to make something work.
Doctor Strange 2, the motion picture.
I would love to see Batman, the motion picture.
But which one is it?
3, 2,
79.
Reeves, 1. Pens down. Go to you first, Chandru.
1979.
It was 1979. Does Brandon have it?
1979.
Much like the guy he used to intern for, he knows his movie release date's his chance.
Year up, 78.
I had 78 for a second there.
2015.
No, 2015.
Just a bit outside.
It's fine. It's fine.
All
That's
right,
a great
Keetin
Bob
sitting
Uecker
rebound with
reference
the
there.
DCEU.
Just a bit outside.
In 2015. Who plays the villain, Dr. Thaddeus Savannah, in Shazam?
I had just seen this movie. Unfortunately, that's not the kind of stuff that I would remember about it.
Shazam!
Shazam!
Remember when
Shazam.
there was an app that would tell you what song was playing in a bar?
5, 4, 3,
Captain Marvel.
2,
Question, please.
Captain Marvel.
Okay, Brandon using his first JTE rule. Who plays the villain, Dr. Thaddeus Savannah, in Shazam? Shazam. Brandon, see if his JT rule pays off like Chandru's did. 5, 4.
I'll actually give an answer
3,
this time.
2,
Ben Kingsley.
1. Pens down. Brandon, did you have it?
Mark Strong.
He does have Mark Strong. Does Chance?
Mark Strong.
And Keetin?
I just saw it, but the creepy thin man.
The creepy thin man. No, he cannot accept that. Chandru, do you have Mark Strong?
Remember when he played Sinestro?
I do remember when he played Sinestro. That's a great
Ah.
deep cut, and Chandru gets a point for that. So, looking at the score right now, Chandru takes a 1-point lead.
How many have I gotten right? Have I gotten
1-point lead
4?
over Brandon, who has a 2-point lead
I think
over
I've gotten
Keetin.
4.
So everybody feeling each other out here in round number 1 as we go to our penultimate question, Danielle.
Okay, number 9 in the world of heroes and villains. Who does Doc steal the plutonium from in Back to the Future?
Not the most politically correct question we've ever asked.
Definitely not. Let's not make it worse.
You know, let's just
Too
get the
late.
answers and move on to the next question.
Move right along.
Don't worry about commenting here. 5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
Let's prolong this question.
For the best. Definitely for the best. Who does Doc steal the plutonium from in Back to the Future?
I mean, I would still say Back to the Future. I think maybe the most fun movie of all time.
Maybe the most fun movie of all time.
It's just so damn
It's
enjoyable.
that and Showgirls.
5, 4. I'm sorry. What? 3, 2, 1.
Interesting.
Pens down. We're going to
I
your
don't
first
know.
chance.
Oh, me? The Libyans.
It was the Libyans. Does Keetin have it?
The Russians.
Oh, not the Russians.
I thought Russians too.
It's not Russians. Does
It's the Libyans.
It is, in fact, the Libyans. 2 points are awarded, and we move on
Oh.
for the rest of time. All right, we apologize to any Libyans or Russians who are watching the program.
Or
Next
monks,
question.
or recently
In the
divorced.
world of mixed bag. Mixed bag could be anything. Your question is, in Kingsman: The Secret Service, the young trainees must care for what type of animal before being tested to kill it? Whew. Maybe I just blocked that out of my mind.
I feel
with
like I definitely
Kingsman: The
blocked
Secret
that out of my
Service.
I will not be watching that movie again if that's...
Go to 5, 4, 3,
A dog.
2, 1. Pens down. Go to Keetin first.
A puppy.
It is a puppy. Does Chandru have it?
I took a guess with the unsullied, but puppy, yes.
He got the puppy. Does Brandon?
Dog.
A dog is a puppy.
Okay.
Dog.
It is a dog and a puppy, and points are awarded across.
So I think
the
I got
board, Danielle.
5, and I got
Closes
2 of
out
them
round
by a
number
guess.
We all know which pet would be the one that we would all feel the worst about. If
Yeah, right. I mean,
was
if it's a
straight up
cat,
murdered.
you know, it's just a
Rhino.
for some people. So
I'd hate
we
to
move
kill a
Chance,
rhino.
Ellison and Chandru enjoying a 8-point round number 1, very impressive. Innergeekdom debuts for both of them, and for Chandru, it's his first time on the desk in any match. They have 8 points apiece. Brandon and Hanna trails them by 1 with 7, and Keetin and Marchi bring up the rear as of right now with 4 points. But as we know, round number 2 is where the wheel.
The great equalizer.
And for all competitors, justice. This is a 4-way qualifier, so each and every competitor is going to get a spin at that wheel. Once you settle on your category, you're going to be asked individually 4 questions from that category. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, there is stealing available in round number 2. Because this is a 4-way qualifier, here's how the steal works. You're going to ask a question to one competitor. If they don't have it, I need the other 3 competitors to write down on the whiteboard their best attempt at an answer, and then we'll play it like round number 1. Also, if you are asked a question you're not sure of the answer to, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. So, Keetin, you are currently trailing, so we're going to go to your opponents, Chance and Chandru, who are tied with 8. And Chance, because you are sitting in the favorites chair, you're going to have the option as to whether you'd like to spin that wheel first, or would you like to defer to one of your opponents? Before I get your answer, you can think about it, because the Wheel Slice is sponsored by a patron for the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
So stalling for the Patreon.
Is Harry Potter. So if somebody spins Harry Potter, we know Harry Potter is straight for a number of these competitors. We're going to say the name of said patron. Thank you for your support of the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Chance, I bought you some time. What's your answer?
I'll go first.
He is going to go first.
Right. Interesting.
Go and spin the wheel. You can be gentle with it.
Could you not move the table when you go up there? Thanks.
Whoa.
Yeah. Be very gentle with that wheel. Everybody see how Chance spun it? You don't need to spin it that hard. I think the wheel was intimidated by Chance's sunglasses. DC movies. Okay, Chance, do you want to use your mulligan, or do you want to stick with the world of DC films? He's going to spin again.
Much more gentle this time.
And he's walking away.
And he's walking away, much like one walks away from an explosion in a movie.
I was going to say like a cowboy leaving a saloon, but yours is more Innergeekdom. MCU movies. Okay. Chance is stuck with MCU movies, and to administer your questions is going to be my partner in crime, Danielle Radford, at your ready, milady.
Okay. In the world of the MCU, what is the name of the planet where the Soul Stone is hidden in Infinity War?
Vormir.
That is correct.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's 2
Hey,
points
thank you.
for you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Speaking to Loki, finish Volstag's quote from 2011's Thor. What happened? Silver tongue turned to
lead.
Words.
Silver tongue turned to lead.
All right, going to give you a countdown in 5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, ash,
lead,
B, steel, C, lead, or D, mush?
Ash.
That is incorrect. So, for the steel, we need our competitors to write down. We're going to give you a little bit of time. If everybody's finished, then we're going to go for
C's for cookie.
Steal.
Good enough for me.
Keetin, did you have it?
Lead.
It is, in fact, lead for a point.
Lead.
That's a big steal. Chandru got it as well.
Lead.
As did
lead.
He looked at Chance. Did you see the look across the desk?
That was a flex.
It is getting a little hot in here. Good thing I wore my leather jacket.
But it's not black, so no one cares.
All right. On to the next question. What pet does Ivan Vanko, played by Mickey Rourke, keep demanding be returned to him in Iron Man 2?
I want my board.
It's a very good impression.
That's very good.
Well, and it's correct for 2 points.
And it happens to be right. Wouldn't it have sucked if it wasn't?
That impression was so good, I don't even know what he said.
All that work to nail that accent.
I want my bort. What's a bort? A bolt. A bolt. A bolt.
In what area of New York City do Hulk and Abomination do battle in The
Harlem.
Incredible Hulk?
Harlem.
Harlem. Harlem Heat. Party. Can you dig it? I won't even do that.
As we move on to Chandru, you are now able to spin the wheel if you'd like to, or you can defer to either Brandon or to Keetin.
I will defer.
Okay, Brandon, do you want to spin or do you want to defer to Keetin?
I'll spin.
Brandon's going to step up. Going to give it a spin.
Come on, Fakeman. Wheel of death. Gotta pray to the wind.
That was not gentle like a liver.
Giving a spin.
Well, of course, he's a hitman.
Yeah, I feel like
Just
he's
put it
trying
in a
to sell us this
sharpshooter.
wheel. All right.
You know what? I'd buy it.
DCEU movies. How you feeling?
The island of misfit toys of DC.
DCE. He's gonna stick with it.
I probably would too. I know those movies
All right.
decently.
Brandon, your first question.
Better
In
than
the
most of
world
that junk.
DCEU, in a slate of 4 here. In Aquaman, who played
No clue.
Volko, Orm's advisor, and a friend to Arthur?
Willem Dafoe.
2 points.
William Dafoe. Saw Shazam, never got around to seeing
In
Aquaman though.
Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. The film is set how many months after the events of Man of Steel?
18 months. 18 months ago, the world was introduced
Multiple
to
choice.
the Superman.
Is it A12,
18.
B16, C18, or D22?
18 months ago, the world was
22.
introduced
That
to
is
the Superman.
incorrect.
No,
So
oh,
for a steal, for 1 point,
18.
each competitor has about 10 seconds left now to write down their best attempt at an answer. A12, B16, C18, or D22. Pens down, start with you, Chance.
18.
1 point for Chance.
18.
And for Keetin.
18.
And for Chandru. That's a
18.
All right, so Brandon, back to you for your penultimate question in round number 2. Your question is, who helped Superman evacuate the villagers during the climactic battle in
Oh,
Justice
the
League?
Flash.
The Flash.
Yep.
2 points for
He
Brandon.
ran
Hanna. He's back on
the
correct
truck,
answer and
the
train.
little pickup truck out of the
All right.
war zone.
I hate this next question, but I will ask it.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Your question, last one in the world of DCU. In what category did Suicide Squad win an Academy
Best
Award?
makeup. Best hair and makeup.
Makeup.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why he knows it, but he does. That
Well,
is 2
because
points.
it's all your fault. You're all the ones that ingrained it in our brains.
Suicide Squad, it is an Oscar-winning film. All right, Chandru,
It's
back to
a
you. Would you like to start or would you like
damn
to defer to Chandru?
shame.
Okay, Keetin, you are up. Keetin Marchi currently trailing with 6
Knowing that
points,
Suicide
but as we've
Squad
seen
is an
already,
Oscar
you can
winner.
accumulate a lot of points in a hurry
We will.
in round number 2.
We shouldn't drink to that, but I will too, just because I'm thirsty.
That's the best spin yet in terms
Easily
of
the best
preserving the wheel. We're gonna
What?
respin.
What?
Okay.
What?
And there is the spin.
Don't like no DC.
There you go.
It's a damn
Potential. Is it
shame.
gonna be Harry Potter? It could be Star Wars. So it's
Mm.
Star Wars for Keetin.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
What's happening?
4 questions.
I've got
in
a
the
bad
world
feeling
of
about
Star
this.
Wars to be administered on this round.
In the
My
Phantom
second
Menace,
groaner of the day.
What is the name of a Gungan submarine?
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, Bonga? Is it B, Bongo? Is it
Bongo.
C, Tonga? Tanga? Or is it D, Tonga? Any of these could be right.
Let's just say
Bongo.
B.
That's correct.
A bongo
Hey,
and bongo.
you know, the harder you work, the luckier you get. For 1 point, Keetin pulling off the impossible naming a Gungan submarine.
I told y'all, not messing around questions. In A New Hope, what is the full name of Luke's best friend from Tatooine?
Need the first and last name.
Full name.
Oh, definitely multiple choice on this one.
Is it A, Brig Starkiller, B, Owen Lars, C, Owen Darkwalker, or D, Biggs Darklighter?
Owen Mars.
That is incorrect. So for the steal and 1 point, looks like all the competitors have written
D.
down their answers. So Chance going to go to you first for the steal.
Biggs Darklighter.
It is Biggs Darklighter for 1 point. Does Chandru have it?
Biggs Darklighter.
He does, Brandon.
Biggs Darklighter.
All right, we see again, stealing is really coming into play here in this 4-way qualifier, Danielle. Every opponent of Keetin's got the 1 point. She was not able to guess her way around that one. Can she do it in her third question?
Well, let's find out. In Revenge of the Sith, who advises Anakin to, quote, train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose, end quote?
Palpatine.
Is incorrect, and now
I
it's a
think it's
2-point steal.
Yoda. but
All right,
I'm not
competitors.
entirely sure.
Gonna go to 5, 4.
I would say
3,
Yoda.
2, 1. Pens down. Chandru, go to you
Obi-Wan?
first. It is not Obi-Wan. Does Brandon have it?
Yoda.
Yoda, the little
Oh!
Muppet, for 2 points is correct. Chance did not have it, so
Oh!
Hannah.
I got a question right that Chance didn't.
That's right.
yourself in the moment.
I remembered from the last one.
You gotta never let
I
it go.
carried it over, even though I never
And,
said.
Keetin Marchi right
Because
now in danger
I'm
of being eliminated. All she
sneaky.
needs to do is, if she doesn't get this question right, that's fine. She just can't have Brandon Hanna be the one that steals it, or else she will be eliminated.
She can still steal my things. Like, not that that's gonna happen, but she wouldn't be eliminated.
That's a good point.
You're so sweet when you try to, like, be mean.
That's right, Chandru helping me out with the rules, but also throwing a little bit of shade Keaton's way. I like this kid.
It's a rose with thorns.
I love it.
In The Force Awakens, what is the name of the planet that is home to Maz Kanata's castle?
Oh my god, I should know this. Just give me the multiple choice.
Is it A, Cardota, B, Ratio, C, Takodana, or D,
Takodana.
Cortilius?
Cortilius.
Incorrect. And so for a steal,
You gonna repeat on the options?
I will repeat the options for you. I'll try it. Not as good as Danielle did. Is it A, Cardata, B, Ratio, C, Takodana, or D, Cortilius?
I think it's Takodana.
You can simply write down one of the 4 first letters of the alphabet. Pens down?
3.
Did you
I
have
believe
it?
it's C.
It is C, Takodana.
I had A.
He had A's.
Ah!
Chance, no
I got it right
points.
again.
So now we find ourselves in a situation
Although I
where
wouldn't have
we
known
cannot eliminate
otherwise.
Marchi yet.
But
because there is the possibility
I gotta be
that
thankful
Chandru
for
doesn't
small
make it
mercies.
happen, that she could steal one of his points and manage to pull within 10. However, she's trailing by more than 10 going into round number 3. It will be a 3-way race for this win. Okay, so Chandru, now you got to step up and spin the wheel. And I will say this.
Harry Potter.
Because it's your inaugural time. He doesn't need to get it from the wheel, not the pegs.
Spun it like a
He knows it.
bounce.
It's fun to watch a competitor spin the wheel for the very first time, Danielle. Never gets old.
It's like seeing someone at their first makeout party.
And villains.
Heroes and villains.
He's going to keep heroes and villains.
Okay.
Interesting.
Here we go. In the world of heroes and villains, your first question. The ring race, or Black Riders, were also referred to as what in the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Nazgul?
Give the man 2 points. Very impressive.
I will put down my Pepsi
Lord of
to
the
give
Rings
that an
trilogy.
applause.
Next question
Very
In
impressive.
round number 2. In 2012's The Avengers, what mark number of the Iron Man suit did Tony use in the Battle of New York?
Seriously?
Yep. Yeah, it's on the computer. It's a question.
It's a thing.
Shade.
Multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Mark 5, B, Mark 7?
It's not Mark
C,
5.
12,
That's
or
Speed
D,
Racer.
Mark 42.
I'll say Mark 12.
Mark 7.
That is correct for
Oh.
1 point, and we almost
I've been
found
wrong on
ourselves
that.
in a situation where Keetin could have stolen that if he had gotten it incorrect, but he navigates the question correctly. It is Mark 7
The
for
Mark
1
5.
point. And so now
Here
it's
he
playing with
come,
18.
here
Chance
come
is
Iron
up
Man.
with 16.
He
Chandru
of
has
demons in
15.
the sky.
We're still waiting for him to mess up so that we can have Keetin with an opportunity to steal. Your penultimate question, Chandru, in round number 2.
He is
Heroes and
power,
Villains. Your
not the
question is,
powerful. Mark
in
5.
Watchmen, who is revealed to ultimately be behind the major villainous activities throughout the film?
Mark 7 is actually how many marks we went through before we found you.
3,
Multiple choice.
2. Thank you for the compliment. Your multiple choice options are, is it A, Night Owl, B, Dr. Manhattan, C, Ozymandias, or D, Silk Spectre 2?
Ozymandias.
Give the man a point. Again, maybe not his strongest category, but he took heroes and villains, and now he finds himself with the opportunity to answer one more question and possibly pull even with Brandon Hanna for the lead going into round number 3. Your final question in round number 2. In The Rocketeer, the final battle between Cliff and Neville Sinclair occurs on what mode of transportation?
Multiple choice.
I can provide that for you. Is it A, a biplane, B, an aircraft carrier, C, a zeppelin,
train?
or D, a train?
It was released in '91, so their plane fights were not that popular.
I'm going to go to 5,
Watching him
4,
work through this is fascinating.
3.
Train.
It is not a train. That is incorrect. So for the steal, need all the competitors to write this down, and this could keep Keetin Marchi alive going into round number 3.
I know, that's what she's hoping for.
About 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your options were A, a biplane, B, an aircraft carrier, C, a zeppelin, or D, a train. Going to start with you, Chance.
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin's correct for a point. Does Keetin have zeppelin?
Nope.
It's an aircraft carrier. Does Brandon have it?
C, zeppelin.
He also had C, zeppelin. And with that, we move to round 3, and we say goodbye to Keetin Marchi. How about a hand for Keetin Marchi?
That was pretty rough.
In a 4-way qualifier. Great to see her again at the desk. And now there were but 3, Danielle, as we move into round number 3.
Ooh.
Round number 3 works like this because we now have 3 competitors left. You each are going to give us a series of numbers. These numbers range from 1 to 16. We need 3 numbers from each competitor. These numbers correspond to a different corner of the Innergeekdom know-how galaxy. The first question you hear is going to be worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. Your last one is
I didn't hit the 2, but you know what it says.
You and only you. There is no
always pick
for missing a question
2.
Round number 3. Danielle, we find ourselves in the situation with Brandon Hanna having a 2-point lead over Chance Ellison, who enjoys a 1-point lead over Chandru. So, Brandon, we're going to get your 3 numbers first.
Come on.
What would you like, sir?
4, 8, and 15.
Not even close.
8 and 15.
Oh, you
All
sweet
right.
baby boy.
And now it's Chance Ellison.
What's the range again?
From 1 to 16, sir.
Okay, so I'll go 6, 12, 16.
All right, sticking with all evens. Interesting strategy. Does it throw Chandru off? Chandru, the first time in movie Trivia Schmoedown history, I'm going to ask you for your numbers, sir.
7 for Star Wars Force Awakens, the first Star Wars movie I saw in theaters.
Great story. Great story.
I was like, I could hear the nerd screams, and I was like, no. 11, because 7-11 jokes.
Okay.
And 9.
And 9. All right, he also managed
You all lose.
Numbers of 3,
I declare myself the winner.
Here we go. So
that's why I picked it.
I win 1-0.
So Chandru,
18
I'll be asking
knockouts.
you your series of questions. You selected number
Not
7.
9 out of 16 numbers to pick. You didn't pick 2.
The world of.
Oh.
And your question for 2 points
In the Rocketeer.
is. This movie's a little more recent, but the character might remind some of the Rocketeer. What branch of the military does James Rhodey Rhodes serve in the MCU?
It's the Air Force.
Need the branch of military.
Come on, Chandru. Air Force. Likes to fly around. Reminds me of the Air Force.
And need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
The Marines?
Oh.
That is incorrect. Looking for the Air Force.
Oh, come on.
The Air Force. Like my pappy served in.
Aw.
All right.
My dad was in the army.
It's a clue.
There you go.
He liked to fly around.
Air
It
Force brats. All right,
it
Tom,
reminded
so
him of the
sticking
Air
with you
Force.
For your 3-point question now, you selected number 11, and the number of Mark Rippon corresponds to.
Why is it always
DCEU?
Redskins? No one likes the
That's what it stands for, so I'll
Redskins.
just leave it as DCEU. Your question. For 3 points, what 2 writers are credited for the Justice League screenplay?
The food caterer and
Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon.
You got one of them. It was Joss Whedon and Chris Terrio. Chris Terrio is who we're looking for there.
Never heard of him.
That's a tough question there. And so now Chandru finds himself in the unfortunate position of having to answer his 5-point correct, or else he too will be eliminated. Chandru, you selected number 9. For your
Number 9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
And that corresponds to the world of Marvel movies.
Okay.
Marvel movies. And your question is, in Deadpool 2, what is the name of the Irish inmate of the icebox that confronts Wade and Russell?
God.
And we need an answer in 5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
I can do that. In Deadpool 2, what is the name of the Irish inmate of the icebox that confronts Wade and Russell?
Good use of, I believe, his last JTE role.
But he has one more.
I don't have any more.
He has no more, I believe.
I paid attention. I
You're
did it.
honest. I appreciate that.
So we'll give you your countdown now. 5.
It's not very PC, but it's Black Tom.
He got 5 points on
Woo!
that, Danielle. Staying alive on the
Great
death
pull
list.
there.
I didn't think
Wow.
he had it, but
I
he pulls
definitely
it out
did
there.
not.
And now, Brandon and Chance, who have been jockeying for the lead for most of the game, now they're looking up at Chandru, who has 21 points. So now Chance Ellison finds himself trailing the leader by 4. So Chance, your question is going to be asked by Danielle, and your 2-pointer, you selected number 6. And Danielle, that corresponds to what category?
Back to the Future.
Okay.
What is Marty McFly's mother's name?
Just need the first name. Right.
Because it's probably McFly for a last name. Mrs. McFly.
We're going to need an answer in
Wendy.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Lorraine.
That is correct. It is Lorraine.
2 points.
A billion zillion names to
Way back
guess.
in 1955,
And you got it right.
1985, so it is 19-19. They each trail
How?
Chandru by 2. So now we're going to go to
There's a
Brandon.
billion
Hanna.
possible
Give you your
answers.
2-point question. So you can get some points. in number 3 possibly.
Unbelievable.
You selected category number 4 for your 2-pointer, and that corresponds to villains. Villains. And your question is, what United States city was Eric Killmonger
Oakland.
from?
Oakland.
Yeah.
Give the man 2 points and count him tied with Chandru for the lead.
Oakland.
This has truly become a horse race.
It really has.
They're about to
And now
kill my
Chance Ellison
O's
back trailing by 2.
because
So Chance,
everybody
you're gonna be
beats
up next
them.
for your 3-pointer.
Breaking
That comes
news,
from
the
category
O's
number
stink.
12, Danielle.
And that
Again.
is the world of The Hobbit.
Ah.
Who plays dwarf Dane Ironfoot, cousin to Thorin, who shows up in the Battle of the Five Armies to help fight?
As Tom Daniel once said, who wrote these questions? Seriously.
This would give him the lead outright for the time being. Go to 5, 4, 3, 2.
Billy Connolly.
That is correct.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was a game. He was playing a
He
little
might have
game
been having
there.
a little bit of fun with you. So right now, Chance Ellison has vaulted into a 1-point lead, and unfortunately, that does eliminate Chandru. How about a hand?
Fantastic.
Chandru.
That was a great showing there.
What a debut for him. Getting under the white-hot spotlight of the Innergeekdom division in a 4-way qualifier, not even knowing who all his opponents are. Very game.
Getting the
effort
spotlight
by
going,
a rookie
"It's
competitor.
too
Hope to see a lot more of him down the road.
I cannot wait.
But now, the onus is on Brandon Hanna. And Brandon, you are now going to be faced with your 3-point question as you trail Chance by a mere point. All right, Brandon, you selected category 8 for your 3-point question, and that corresponds to independent film series known as Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Star Wars.
Very
And
independent.
your question
Barely heard of him.
for 3 points. In Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, what 3 words of advice did Luke give C-3PO before leaving to rescue Leia from the Death Star's prison? The 3-word phrase, I guess.
Don't turn around. Or don't look back.
And the lead by 2.
Don't say anything.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Looking for lock the doors. And then Han chimes in and hope they don't have blasters.
Oh, that's right.
Chance.
Yeah,
still
that's right.
enjoying a 1-point advantage over Brandon, and now Brandon.
I remember they were in that
5-point
terminal
question
area,
himself.
so I was like,
Brandon's gonna come from
it must be don't turn around.
category 15.
I was wrong.
Get this
What a
right,
shot.
Go back to Chance for his 5-pointer. If you get it wrong, then Chance Ellison will be the winner of the 4-way qualifier.
And as
This
RoboCop
is
said,
in the world of Star Trek.
we can't have that.
In Star Trek Into Darkness, what is the name of Admiral Marcus's massive, unregistered
The
Dreadnought-class
USS Vengeance.
starship that was built in secret?
The USS Vengeance.
That is correct.
Boom.
Know it, and Brandon Hanna has forced the hand of of Chance Ellison to get his 5
It's
point
amazing
question
how much
correct.
I
He currently
remember
correct by
about that
4,
movie,
so
even though I
we're
don't
not gonna have
particularly care
overtime
for
today,
it.
Danielle. We're going to be declaring a winner at the end of this very question. Chance, you selected number 16, Joe Montana's number for your final question.
Joe Montana, get a new person for
today, the
16.
four-way qualifier, and
That's
that
so
corresponds
30
to the
years
wild,
ago.
wacky, wonderful world of DC movies.
Mhm.
And for 5 points, your question. Name the only character from the 1978 to 87 Superman movies, so Superman 1 through 4.
Are you kidding me?
The only character to make an appearance in the 1984 film Supergirl. Name of the character.
I share that facial expression, Chance. Oh my goodness.
So Chance Ellison. Gonna need an answer in 5.
That should be a 10-point question.
Repeat the question.
3. I can certainly do that. It's got 2 JT
Oh my
left.
goodness.
Your question was, name the only character from the 78 to 87 Superman movies 1 through 4, to make an appearance in 1984's Supergirl.
Otis.
And your winner, Brandon.
What in the hell was that answer?
We're looking for Jimmy Olsen, Danielle.
Oh,
Jimmy Olsen.
wow.
And the Spin Doctors have a song, Jimmy Olsen's Blues. That's going to be Chance Ellison's Blues, because Brandon Hanna walks away in his debut with a win in a 4-way qualifier that was certainly a barn burner. What do you have to say about Brandon Hanna's performance, Danielle?
He put him in the sharpshooter and they tapped out. Still got to come out that Bret Hart theme. I will be very disappointed.
We'll see how that goes and how this plays out for the rest of his time here at Innergeekdom, but he does definitely deserve to give himself a pat on the back.
And you hit at something that was fun to watch play out throughout this match, is that you start to see characters get formed, characters get fleshed out, because you can come in with one mentality, one mindset going into your first movie trivia appearance, but you never really know how
Win. Oh, every win.
Very good. He had some nice jabs, but he was also a lovable figure. Then you have Chance Ellison.
So he's like a
returning in
Muppet.
Mysterious performance, but a very
Bunch of
good one
insults,
as well,
but so
taking
cuddly
Brandon
and
all the way
cute.
down to the
A
wire. Let's not
Muppet.
forget Keetin Marchi as well. An able performance by all 4 competitors. And now we are going to have an interview with the winner solo and the 3 losers of today's match with our own Jen Sturger. Jen, it's all yours.
So look, guys, that was a monster table you just sat at. Let's be real. I know you were cringing the whole time, especially when you didn't get Harry Potter, Keetin.
That was a rough one. Sometimes luck is not on your side, but you know it's been a while since I've sat at that table, and I think with a lot of the stuff that has been released lately, I've been really kind of depressed. So it's been a rough week with Endgame. So yeah,
Endgame.
It was hard to sit down at that table and
That's a
really
billion years ago.
Today, but great challengers, great competitors now in the league, and I can't wait to maybe have a rematch.
Honestly, though, I felt like your knowledge had really stepped up.
Oh, thank you.
Just the general knowledge. What it comes down to, honestly, is playing the game. And I know that the format's a little weird when there's more than 2 people out there. So that gets a little intimidating.
Yeah, I would say this was like the one time I was like, let me just go in there with my knowledge. I didn't do like a deep study or a deep cram right before the days leading up to this match. And, trying to figure out your study strategy is, I think, part of the strategy within this Innergeekdom. So, next time I think I'm going to come with a little bit, more in my back pocket.
Absolutely. And I'll just pass this back here.
Thanks.
Chandru, oh my God. Where did you come from?
Originally India, now I live in
No. How did you get here?
Too literally.
Oh, so I actually came to the awards show, and I was in the audience, and I spoke to Christian after saying how much I love the Schmoedown and how I'd love to take part in the Innergeekdom match.
Do you know how many people do that, though, and actually make it through? Not very many. This is a really rare occasion.
Oh, yeah, I'm really lucky.
No chance.
He just gave me his email ID and told me to email, and apparently he really liked my email, and then so he's been asking me to come to the tapings and sit with the matches. It's been great. So I usually just stand in the sidelines and enter the answers in the phone just like everybody else, and I've been winning so many matches. I got the worst questions today, and I shouldn't like blame just the questions because I was double guessing myself too with the Yoda. I had Yoda, and
It happens under those lights,
Oh,
though, man.
yeah.
It's totally different. You can answer all the answers in your phone, and you can play along at home, but there's something about being at a table with other people that are trying to win just as
Mhm.
much as you are that it
Yeah.
just kicks it up a notch.
And when someone's counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that's the most.
You're like, I
stressful-
can count, please stop. Oh, but seriously, that was a really dominant performance straight out of the gate. And Innergeekdom is, besides Star Wars, I think one of our hardest, one of our hardest divisions we have. So the fact that you came in here and made such a dominant first impression, your first debut here, your debut here, I think that it's nothing to hang your head about. And we're
Thanks.
actually really excited to see what you can do if you want to keep coming back.
Oh, I would love to come back. As I said, I love the Schmoedown. I love the Innergeekdom division especially. And there's some old matches that I need to watch. I need to stop second guessing myself. I'm still kicking myself over the Air Force for Falcon. I know the internet is not going to forgive me forgive me about that. But even if I got those 2 questions, I would have still been at 25 and not missed it.
Yeah, but that was a great 5-point pull you had there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
honestly, like you just felt the room explode when you hit it. So this whole room loved you. I'm sure the internet is gonna love you.
I love you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
So
And
sweet.
yes, and some of the best Innergeekdom players, Rachel Cushing, Mike Kelnowski, Hector Navarro, who am I missing? Jason Inman. They all started with a loss.
Don't forget,
So
don't
they all-
forget Smets. He did win his debut.
I'm talking about
but
the people who started with a loss and
Yeah.
they came back to win belts. That's going to be more my journey too. You better watch out. I'm coming for that thick belt.
Oh.
Catchphrase.
All right, guys. I don't usually have really great things to say about corruption, but I gotta hand it to you, Chance. That was a pretty impressive debut in the IG.
Yeah, thank you, Jennifer. It's wasn't supposed to be in, but I'm glad I wasn't supposed to be in this match, but I'm glad I hung in there.
Wait, wasn't supposed to be in. What do you mean?
You know, I was here, I was hanging at the beach, get a text message from Emma like, hey, we're throwing you into the Innergeekdom, so I'm just like, okay, whatever. I could take 2 hours to, kick a little ass. So this is what I did, when I haven't studied. This is me coming in, no preparation whatsoever.
Wow. Grace, how did you feel about his performance today?
I mean, he performed just as I expected. He did great. He was literally sipping an EGs on the beach doing nothing. We have nerds over here with 3-inch binders studying all day, and he rolls in and lasts till the very end, as I knew he would.
Are you guys worried at all about him and Kalinowski potentially running into each other at some point if you continue to compete in IG?
I mean, whoa. I'm not trying to step on Mike's toes or anything. This is not about me trying to take opportunities away from Mike. It's about me spreading my dominance, spreading the dominance of corruption as a whole, because we are a unit, Jennifer. We do things together, and we will dominate this league as a team.
Ken, do you have any words?
Jen, I'm so glad you're here today. I'm so glad you're all in with us right now. And I got to say this, Jen, everything you've asked and they've answered about Chance, I believe that as well. The kid showed up. He wasn't supposed to be here and competes. But I think we know what this is about. We know really what this is about. Skalisku, put down your big thick burger at your Hardee's booth that they have reserved for you.
It's
where I know
Carl's
you got
Jr.
your
over there.
tandy little laptop open and you're trying to screw corruption. You're trying to ask a question that has been asked since 1985 when the VHS tape of Supergirl was available at places like Movies to Go and Rent a Movie and have fun renting a movie with your miserable life. I know what you're doing, Skalisku. I worked with you. Skalis guy, I know what you've been up to. I know what this is about. And you know what, Jen, to your question about Kalinowski and Chance meeting down the line, you know what we call that? A corruption family barbecue, and we look forward to it. See you around.
All right. I guess this is done. Thank you.
It's Skalisco.
Skaliski.
Whatever.
Brandon, congratulations on your win, man. That was incredible. I mean, it came down to you and Chance in the end, and you pulled it out. How does it feel to not only be making a name for yourself in this match, but also to kind of be stepping out of Ben Bateman's shadow? Because until then, we've all kind of known you as just the guy that carries his briefcase.
We only knew him for this.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Jennifer. Very happy right now. Beating Chance Ellison, that feels very good.
Right? I can tell. You can almost quit your day job of selling insurance, right?
You know, it pays the bills.
But so, how does it feel to get that first W under those lights?
It feels great. I'm ready to go out there and win again.
Well,
Win,
do you have
win,
any
win,
idea who
win.
you want to face next? Like, what was the? I don't even know. Oh, Emma, how's it going? I will.
Hey, you.
So, I mean, as we're on the topic of, Brandon wanting to get more wins, congratulations, Brandon. Excellent performance today.
Thank you.
I can't say that there wasn't a little bit of personal investment for me in terms of seeing Chance Ellison get defeated. So, congratulations, Brandon. You're officially in the Innergeekdom League.
Thank you, Emma.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Thank you so much, Emma.
They don't call me the Hitman for nothing. I'll take them all out.
You feeling still pretty confident about that?
I'm feeling very confident.
I still want to go home and get some studying. Well, congratulations again, man.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
What a fantastic
But who's he gonna
show
play?
this new
I cut it all
It's
out.
fun to watch, too, because obviously Emma Fife, I mean, a couple weeks ago, this guy was helping her clean her office at her demand, and then she asked him some Harry Potter questions. He gets thrown into a four-way qualifier, and now we have Brandon Hanna, possibly a new star in the league. But let's not forget about the other rookie debut here today, Chandru, with a very able performance. He took it all the way to the 3 rounds. Didn't work out his way today for him or Chance or Keetin, but a very well-played match here, and I was thrilled to be able to call it with you, Danielle Radford. Where can all the kids at home find you on the social medias?
You can find me at Danielle Radford on Twitter. You can find me at
That's
Danielle_Radford on Instagram. If you like wrestling, I do have a wrestling podcast on Max Fun that comes
Tights
out
and
weekly
Fights.
called Tights and Fights.
I used to like
you can find me on
wrestling,
Screen Junkies, but
and
more than
then
likely
it
you're
got
already doing that.
Look at the
bad.
stuff she's doing. I'm just here taking naps. My name is Marchi.
Take a nap.
Make sure you guys join
Take
the
a
movie
nap,
trivia
like a bow.
Schmoedown
Take a
Patreon.
nap,
We got
like
a
a
whole
bow.
lot of tiers
Another
to select
nap,
which one
like
is
a
right
bow.
for you. If you get the right one on the $10 level, you can see all of our live pay-per-view style matches that we have for the rest of the year. All that information at the Schmoedownlive.com or triviasd.com. For Danielle Radford and Christian Harloff, I'm just Mark, and we'll see you guys next time.
But are you the Mark 5, or the Mark 7, or the 12, or the 42, or the 1873? Dan.
Sam?
Yep, don't think he under there. You were so close.
Sam?
That's a better guess.
Sam? What the hell is Sam Levine? Sam? First of all, why are you here? Like back here?
I'm on my break.
I've been looking for you for like 5 minutes. You've been here the whole time?
Oh, yeah, I've been here like an hour 20. Nobody said anything. What's up?
Hey man, live your life. Listen, so I know I got to make a choice to represent me in the Manager Bowl, and I finally made a pick, and it's gonna be the Machine.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Janine's great. That's a solid choice. But, okay, so, if she wins and you
When
get
she
to be...
wins.
All right,
When,
you get to be my
when.
boss, you're going to be cool, right? Because I remember, when you came to me and you were like, I want Kalinowski, what'd I say?
Gave it to me like boom.
I said boom.
Yep.
Boom, you got it.
Right?
You said you wanted a raise, what'd I say? Boom, you got it. So,
I got you. You be good.
Can I ask for a raise?
In the cut, cool. Now, my question is Emma fair game?
Oh, yeah, do whatever you want.
Say word. Shake on it.
Absolutely.
Hey, you go enjoy the rest of your break. You the man. Enjoy your break.
Thanks, Commission.
Michael Chiklis. All right, let's run it all off because that was quite a lengthy match. So, thank you, Jay and Sam and Mark and Danielle and Chandru and Keetin and Chance and Fakeman, Hitman, Hanna, the winner, and Jen, and who else was in this video? And Ken and Grace and Stacy. How could I forget them? So that's everybody. That covers everybody. How did I remember that? I'm supposed to be so stupid. Brandon Hanna, the Hitman, gets the win. It's amazing. Like I said before, he's been really active on the Facebook page and never even let on that he was even going to be in a match, and hadn't even let on that he had won this match. So that was quite a fun, entertaining match. So I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work. It said a qualifying match. Not entirely sure what they meant by qualifying match. maybe the winner officially just qualified for the league, and everybody else that didn't has to kind of get another shot, which is kind of weird because Marchi was already in there, so that's a little unusual. I guess I'll have to ask what the exact intention of the qualifying match was going to be. But let's go to the pre and post match credit scenes. We have now found out everybody that's going to be in the Manager Bowl match now. Now, for those that have not seen the inside Schmoedown, Ken and Emma, I believe, revealed, I think that was the first time they revealed that, to no surprise, Robert Meyer Burnett selected Drew McWeeny to represent the family in that match. So we officially have John Roca, Drew McWeeny, Eric Zipper, Stacey Howard, and now Janine will also take part. That's a very interesting match. That's a lot of good big name players that are taking part in that match. And like I said with this, with a 4-way is tricky enough to predict a winner. A 5-way match, especially with good quality players, who in the wildest dreams will know who wins that match. So that's quickly becoming a very highly anticipated match for me. It's actually becoming quite a stacked card for the Collision this year. So as of right now, I believe we obviously have the Manager Bowl match has been announced. We have Kalinowski versus Smets on the horizon. We also have obviously the team title match, and eventually we are going to find out who will play Paul Oyama for the #1 contenders match. So this is quickly shaping up to be a pretty stacked card for Collision this year. So going to be very, very interesting to see what will happen on Friday. Who will get that other spot in the #1 contender singles title match? So yeah, Collision will be just around the corner, and a lot of big stories will be coming out of this show. So can't wait to see any of this that will come out. But with that being said, that will do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first. It is the right thing to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe to their content, and to mine as well, if you so choose to do. Follow me on Twitter at WWEJTH1, and join all the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown content, Facebook page, Twitter page at the Schmoedown, the official website, TriviaSD.com, and become a patron if you can. It goes a long way. So, until next time, I will see you on Friday, where we will have JTE versus Liz Shannon Miller. I will see you then. So until then, I'm JTH. I thank you for watching, and I bid you adieu.